Seniors, listen up. You're missing this critical vitamin that could save your muscle mass. While you've been focusing on calcium and general supplements, this overlooked nutrient is quietly determining whether you'll maintain your independence or struggle with everyday movements. Most doctors won't tell you about this connection, but today, we're exposing the truth. As we age, our bodies undergo numerous changes that can significantly impact our quality of life. One of the most concerning issues facing seniors today is sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass, strength, and function. Starting around age 30, we lose approximately 3 to 5% of muscle mass each decade, with the rate accelerating after age 60. This isn't just about looking frail, it's about maintaining your independence and quality of life. Before we dive deeper, I'd love to know where you're joining from today. Leave a comment below, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on the most helpful senior health advice. Are you with me right now? Comment yes if this video connects with you, or no if it doesn't. Think about this. Have you noticed how simple tasks that once seemed effortless now require more energy? Getting up from a chair, carrying groceries, or climbing stairs, these everyday activities become increasingly difficult as muscle mass diminishes. This muscle loss doesn't just affect your strength, it dramatically increases your risk of falls, fractures, and disability. But what's causing this profound muscle deterioration? While aging plays a role, emerging research points to something more specific: critical vitamin deficiencies that accelerate muscle wasting. These deficiencies don't just happen overnight, they develop gradually as our bodies change with age. Several factors contribute to these vitamin shortfalls in seniors. 1. Reduced absorption capacity. As we age, our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients from food. Even with a balanced diet, your body may not be extracting what it needs. 2. Medication interactions. Many common medications prescribed to seniors can interfere with vitamin absorption or increase their excretion. Blood pressure medications, acid reducers, and diabetes drugs are common culprits. 3. Decreased dietary intake. Changes in appetite, dental issues, and altered taste perception often lead seniors to consume less variety in their diets, creating nutritional gaps. 4. Reduced sun exposure. Many seniors spend less time outdoors, limiting their natural vitamin D production, a critical factor in muscle health. The consequences of these deficiencies extend far beyond muscle weakness. When your muscles deteriorate, your metabolism slows, making weight management more difficult. Your bone density decreases as muscles no longer provide adequate stress to maintain strength. Your energy levels plummet as mitochondria, the powerhouses in your cells, function less efficiently without proper nutritional support. What many healthcare providers don't emphasize enough is that muscle loss isn't inevitable. While some degree of change is natural with aging, the accelerated decline experienced by many seniors is often the result of correctable vitamin deficiencies. The good news? With proper identification and supplementation, many of these effects can be slowed or even reversed. The most alarming aspect of this situation is that conventional blood tests often miss these deficiencies, showing normal levels even when your muscles are starving for nutrients. This is because standard tests measure blood concentrations rather than cellular utilization, masking the true problem. Many seniors experience these subtle warning signs of vitamin-related muscle deterioration. Unexplained fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, muscle cramps or twitches, especially at night, increasing weakness when performing previously manageable tasks, slower recovery from physical activity, unsteady gait or balance issues, loss of grip strength. These symptoms are often dismissed as normal aging rather than recognized as the warning signs they truly are. This misdiagnosis leads to continued deterioration when intervention could make a dramatic difference. The critical question becomes, which vitamin deficiency is most responsible for this devastating muscle loss? While multiple nutrients play supporting roles, emerging research has identified one vitamin that stands above the rest in its muscle-preserving and rebuilding capacity, a vitamin that many seniors are dangerously deficient in without realizing it. The groundbreaking answer to combating age-related muscle loss comes down to one powerhouse nutrient: vitamin D3. Often called the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is revolutionizing our understanding of muscle preservation and regeneration in seniors. While traditionally associated with bone health, cutting-edge research reveals vitamin D3's profound impact on muscle tissue that few healthcare providers fully appreciate. A landmark study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism demonstrated that seniors with optimal vitamin D levels had up to 25% greater muscle strength and function compared to those with deficiencies. Even more remarkable, when deficient seniors restored their levels, they experienced measurable strength improvements within just 8 to 12 weeks, without changing their exercise routines. How exactly does vitamin D3 perform this remarkable muscle-preserving function? The mechanisms are multifaceted and powerful. 1. Direct muscle cell activation. Your muscle tissues contain specialized vitamin D receptors that, when activated, trigger protein synthesis, the fundamental process of building new muscle. Without adequate vitamin D, these receptors remain dormant, preventing muscle maintenance and growth regardless of protein intake or exercise. 2. Mitochondrial enhancement, vitamin D3 improves the efficiency of mitochondria, the cellular components responsible for energy production. With optimal vitamin D levels, your muscles can generate more power with less effort, reducing fatigue and increasing endurance. 3. Inflammation regulation. Chronic low-grade inflammation accelerates muscle breakdown in seniors. Vitamin D acts as a natural anti-inflammatory, creating an environment conducive to muscle preservation rather than degradation. 4. Neuromuscular optimization. Beyond affecting the muscles themselves, vitamin D improves the neural connections that control muscle firing patterns. This results in better coordination, reduced fall risk, and more efficient movement patterns. 5. Protein utilization. Enhancement. Research shows that vitamin D deficiency can reduce protein utilization by up to 20%. Even with adequate protein intake, without sufficient vitamin D, your body cannot effectively convert that protein into muscle tissue. What makes vitamin D3 particularly critical for seniors is that natural production declines precipitously with age. By age 70, your skin produces approximately 75% less vitamin D from sunlight exposure compared to when you were 20. This dramatic reduction coincides exactly with the acceleration of muscle loss in most seniors, a connection that cannot be dismissed as coincidence. The evidence for vitamin D's muscle-building effects continues to mount. A 2022 meta-analysis examining 54 randomized controlled trials found that vitamin D supplementation significantly improved muscle strength, particularly in individuals over 65 with initial deficiencies. The benefits were most pronounced in lower body strength, precisely the muscles needed for maintaining mobility and independence. Perhaps most striking are the real-world outcomes associated with optimal vitamin D levels. Seniors maintaining adequate vitamin D status experienced 40% reduction in fall risk, 37% improvement in reaction time, 25% greater lower body strength, 18% better balance scores, significantly faster walking speeds. These aren't just statistics. They represent the difference between dependent living and maintaining your autonomy through your golden years. The vitamin D muscle connection extends beyond just preservation to actual rebuilding potential. When combined with appropriate resistance training, optimal vitamin D levels enable seniors to regain muscle tissue previously thought lost to aging. A breakthrough study from the University of Birmingham demonstrated that participants with sufficient vitamin D levels gained approximately 30% more muscle mass from resistance training programs compared to deficient counterparts following identical routines. What makes vitamin D3 particularly valuable for seniors is its multifaceted benefits beyond muscle health. The same supplementation that protects your muscles simultaneously strengthens your immune system, supports cognitive health, maintains cardiovascular function, and protects bone density, creating comprehensive health protection with a single intervention. Despite its importance, vitamin D deficiency remains staggeringly common among seniors. Conservative estimates suggest 70 to 80% of Americans over 65 have insufficient levels, with over 40% classified as severely deficient. Most alarming is that standard blood work often misses this deficiency, as conventional reference ranges, 20 to 30 nanograms per milliliter, fall well below what research now indicates is optimal for muscle preservation, 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter. The consequences of this widespread deficiency are reflected in the epidemic of frailty, falls, and loss of independence that characterizes aging for too many seniors. Yet this situation is largely preventable with proper vitamin D optimization. Now that you understand vitamin D3's critical role in preserving and rebuilding muscle mass, let's explore the most effective strategies for optimizing your levels and maximizing its muscle-building benefits. Optimal supplementation strategies. Finding your ideal dosage. The first step is determining your current vitamin D status through a blood test measuring 25-hydroxyvitamin D levels. Request this specific test from your healthcare provider, as it's not always included in standard panels. While conventional medicine considers 30 nanograms per milliliter sufficient for optimal muscle preservation, aim for levels between 40 to 60 nanograms per milliliter. Based on your current levels, supplementation needs will vary. For mild deficiency, 20 to 30 nanograms per milliliter. 2,000 to 4,000 international units daily. For moderate deficiency, 10 to 20 nanograms per milliliter, 5,000 IU daily for 8 to 12 weeks, then retest. For severe deficiency, below 10 nanograms per milliliter, 10,000 IU daily for 8 weeks under medical supervision, then retest. Remember that individual absorption varies significantly. Some seniors may require higher doses due to decreased absorption efficiency, while others may reach optimal levels with lower doses. Regular testing is essential for proper calibration. Choosing the right form. Not all vitamin D supplements are created equal. For maximum muscle benefits, 1. Select vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, not D2, ergocalciferol. Research shows D3 is 87% more effective at raising and maintaining blood levels. 2. Look for liquid or oil-based soft gel formulations, which demonstrate up to 32% better absorption compared to dry tablets. 3. Consider liposomal vitamin D. 3 products for seniors with digestive issues, as they bypass normal absorption barriers. Choose supplements with minimal fillers and no artificial colorants that may interfere with absorption. Timing and synergistic nutrients. To maximize vitamin D's muscle-preserving effects, proper timing and complementary nutrients are crucial. 1. Take vitamin D with your largest meal containing fat. Studies show this simple practice increases absorption by 30 to 50% compared to taking it on an empty stomach. 2. Combine with vitamin K2, MK7 form, 100 to 200 micrograms, which directs calcium to bones rather than soft tissues, enhancing vitamin D's benefits while preventing calcium deposition in arteries. 3. Ensure adequate magnesium intake, 300 to 400 milligrams daily, as it's required for vitamin D activation. Without sufficient magnesium, vitamin D remains biologically inactive. Consider adding a small amount of boron, 3 milligrams, which research shows helps maintain vitamin D levels in the blood for longer periods. For seniors with severe deficiency, a loading strategy may be more effective than standard daily dosing. This involves taking 50,000 IU weekly for 8 weeks under medical supervision, followed by maintenance dosing. This approach rapidly corrects deficiency and jumpstarts muscle preservation mechanisms. Dietary sources to complement supplementation. While supplements are often necessary, certain foods can help maintain vitamin D levels. 1. Fatty fish, wild-caught salmon provides approximately 1,000 IU per 3-ounce serving, making it one of the richest natural sources. 2. Egg yolks. Pasture-raised eggs contain 3 to 4 times more vitamin D than conventional eggs, providing approximately 40 international units per yolk. 3. Mushrooms exposed to UV light. These specially treated mushrooms can provide 400 to 700 IU per 3-ounce serving. 4. Fortified foods. Many dairy products, plant milks, and cereals are fortified with vitamin D, typically providing 100 to 150 IU per serving. For maximum benefit, incorporate these foods 2 to 3 times weekly while maintaining your supplement regimen, as food sources alone rarely provide sufficient amounts for seniors. Optimizing natural production. While supplementation is usually necessary, enhancing your body's natural vitamin D production remains valuable. 1. Regular, safe sun exposure. Aim for 15 to 20 minutes of midday sun exposure on arms and legs without sunscreen, 2 to 3 times weekly when the UV index is between 3 and 7. Note that after age 70, your skin produces significantly less vitamin D from sunlight, making this a supportive rather than primary strategy. 2. Maintain a healthy weight. Vitamin D is fat-soluble and can become trapped in adipose tissue. Studies show that seniors with excess body fat may require 40 to 50% higher vitamin D intake to achieve the same blood levels as those with healthy body composition. 3. Support kidney health. Since vitamin D activation occurs in the kidneys, maintaining optimal kidney function through adequate hydration and controlled blood pressure supports natural vitamin D metabolism. Maximizing muscle response to vitamin D. To leverage vitamin D's muscle-building potential fully, combine supplementation with these synergistic strategies. 1. Progressive resistance training. Even modest resistance exercise, 2 to 3 times weekly, dramatically enhances vitamin D's muscle-building effects. Focus on compound movements like chair squats, wall push-ups, and supported lunges that target major muscle groups. 2. Adequate protein intake. Aim for 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight daily, distributed evenly throughout the day in 20 to 30 gram servings to maximize muscle protein synthesis. 3. Strategic timing. Take vitamin D in the morning hours. As some research suggests, it may interfere with melatonin production and sleep quality if taken in the evening. 4. Consistency over intensity. Regular, moderate supplementation maintains more stable blood levels than intermittent high doses. Monitoring and adjusting your approach. Proper monitoring ensures optimal results. Make the commitment now to discover your vitamin D status and take appropriate action. Your muscles and your future quality of life depend on it.